Good afternoon, my friends, and happy Halloween to everybody. Today's shave is brought to you by, well, I used this on the last shave, but I came back for a second helping of Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Blue Solid. I was going to use another soap, but Mama vetoed that. She says, no, I like the one you used the last time, so what Mama gets what Mama likes, because it increases my chances of a hot supper or continued hot suppers. It's going to turn cold tonight, and it's raining all day, so the kids, there's been talk of moving our beggars night to next Wednesday. One village here close by has already done that. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it's going to get windy and cold about the time all the kids are wanting to be out, and we don't want them to get sick, because when the kids get sick, they bring it home, and then everybody gets sick. So I can see how and why that they've decided to do that. Doesn't affect me a lot because I live in old people's neighborhood, and so last year we had exactly 5 kids come by, because my neighbor next door has 5 grandkids. So that's what I'm expecting this year. I may expect 7 because he's got 2 more grandkids, but we'll see. We'll see how that works out, because the 2 are they're too wee really to come out and understand what's going on, unless Tommy and PJ want the candy. We're using one of my favorite brushes. All my brushes are my favorites, but this is one of them. This is the Silver Snow Knot from Oz Shaving, and we are revisiting. We're bringing out the M again. I've got new production Persona via supply razor, so that way I'm sure I'm kind of finishing up that comparison from last time. I've got 3 days of beard, so there's plenty for it to mow down, and I'm using it all by itself. I cut down on my loading time with the PAA soap, because it's must be their new formula. It doesn't need as much, or it's different. It doesn't act like that. The one I was going to use today was Sangre de Drago, because it has a spooky picture on the front, and that was pretty much the only reason I decided I would use that on Halloween. But it has a picture of a plague doctor with the big beak sticking out there, and I thought that was pretty spookily. And Mama says, well, I like the way that other one smells, and it's got a pumpkin on the front. So I says, well, okay, what Mommy wants, Mommy gets. So here we go. Oh, there's a safety cat sitting over here. This feels like a completely different blade than the one I was using before. I may have just had a bummy blade. It was from as I found later, not a current production blade. So it might have been aged, I don't know, maybe got stale in the container, or maybe they weren't as sharp back in the day. I'm not sure. This one here is just fine. In fact, it's maybe a little rough, actually, kind of Saying, I am persona, hear me roar. 'Cause this thing is really going at it. Oh, that would explain a lot. Let me turn this down a little bit. Let's do a quick visual here. Well, hair reduction is pretty much on par now with what I saw from the chicks before. So I think, like Sam says, his big difference he sees between personas and Chinese chicks are the durability of the blade. He gets more shaves out of the Chinese ones than these. I don't know, I've got a butt ton of them, so as soon as they start to degrade, I don't even count unless I'm gonna be running low on blades. So good. I'm just kind of, I hate to see a long-standing blade manufacturer get completely shut out by another one, particularly one that's still good, supposedly, and is supplying blades to other people. You don't really know what you're going to get. Hate to see one get beat so soundly by another. So I think that's a good thing. I feel a little better about personas. I was a little disappointed from the results of my last trial with them. We'll do a visual second pass. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, we're doing okay. I'd say it's as good as the chicks, but not better. Just, it might as well be the same blade as far as I'm concerned. I've noticed that with a lot of blades. I don't really notice a great deal of difference. So this year, we're giving out potato chips to the kids. They come in small bags, 1 ounce bags, because we bought a big, well, a few, and it's unlikely event that kids come by. And those are also, we bought them because they're pre-portioned in size for our diets, because I'm doing a ketogenic diet like a lot of you guys are, and sometimes I want something, I just gotta have salty crunchy for some reason. I haven't, it doesn't show yet, does it? I don't think I'm gonna have a baby here anytime soon, but you can never tell. I could be a mutant. Okay, we got a little bit right here. The rest is pretty smooth. I'll do a little bit on. I haven't tried this yet. Just wetting it down. What are you doing, little girl? Just doing a little cleanup right here where it tends to be a problem. I should be slick as an eel. It is slick as an eel right now because I'm all greasy from the soap still being on there. Here's our 3 passes. I'm going to put you on hold for just a moment. I'm cleaning up my mess and I'll be right back.
The Mystery Mates have a new mission in the Scooby-Doo Mystery Mansion playset. Watch out for the trapdoors, spooky ghosts, moving chandeliers, and the haunted suit of armor. Zoinks! Grab all the Mystery Mates and swap with your friends.
Available now in Smith's Toy Superstores.
Thank you for waiting and welcome back. Today is really good shape. It was brought to you by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Blue Sewing. We lathered with Oz Shavings Silver Snow. And our thing today was a return of the Schick Type M using supply razor, whatever they are. Persona produced blades of recent new production. And I'm glad to say that they're every bit as good as Chinese Schick, at least on the first shave out. This one is a little bit on the rough side only because I had it cranked up there, so these teeth were spitting out. I figured out what the familiar smell of this is. My mother, of this aftershave in particular, as you smell the bourbon. It smells like bourbon and the burnt sugar is what is the familiar part. My mother wasn't much of a baker, but she tried a lot during this part of the year and was frequently burning sugar in the oven. She tried to make cookies or pies and stuff, and so the smell of over caramelized sugar is kind of what I think is the familiar part, but that's what I think is familiar about it. Well, thank you so much for coming to visit. Look forward to our next time. Have a safe Halloween. I am Major Rich on the Shaving Cadre. That'd be theshavingcadre.com. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.